where the 38 house that always has the Trump stuff and the Charlie Kirk stuff is right up here. But maybe I'm off. Oh, there it is. Okay, so hold on. So he doesn't have one on every single side, but he has it over on this side. Look at Charlie Kirk. There you go. So that house normally has like President Trump banners hanging off of it. When they tried to assassinate him, they had the one that said something like "you missed me" or some stuff like that. They're always changing banners. The guy that owns the house was sued by like the county, and then the county lost and they had to pay his lawyer bills. It's a whole thing. Everybody knows who that guy is. Everybody loves to drive by his house. I had to drive by there, and then ironically enough, we get done driving by there, we get home, and I pull out my iPad and I'm scrolling on X, and this is what I see, and this is crazy to me. This is Justin Bieber wearing a Turning Point USA sweatshirt. Justin Bieber wearing a Turning Point USA sweatshirt. Not something I ever thought I would see. It is interesting that the timing of Bieber posting this while wearing this is right after Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs, Puffy Combs, whatever the crap his name is, Puff Daddy, P Diddy, he got all these different aliases, was found guilty and sentenced to, I believe they've given him only 4 years in prison, which is like a massive slap in the face to everybody and their mama and children who were involved with all of his nefarious crap, right? But it's also Bieber. There's been a lot of talk about him and things that went on with him as a child when he was, I don't want to use the word groomed, but that's the word that's been used a lot by like Diddy and Usher and all these other people. And then Bieber actually posted up a picture of his child with a slice of pizza over his child's face. I will let you guys do with that what you will, but there's been a lot of talk of Pizzagate. Y'all know what I'm saying? So anyway, seeing the Charlie Kirk banner on the house this morning, then jumping on here and seeing Justin Bieber wearing a Turning Point USA sweatshirt, I was like, okay, times they are changing, and in a good way. There are more people. I saw something that said that the uptick in people going to church in the last 2 weeks has been crazy. The amount of Bibles that have been sold, the amount of teenagers that are doing like Bible study kind of things in a lot of different locations. People have been posting pictures up of them at coffee shops and restaurants and parks and whatever else, where it's younger kids that are having these Bible discussions. And I thought that was, great. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Now, completely different topic. We're going to 180 the crap out of this. There is this video that I saw on Wall Street Apes on X, and it says, "This is crazy. An American shows a Kroger grocery store that is barricaded off entire aisles." Look, I'm going to show this to you because, look, this is the Kroger. You see, those are glass doors, basically, or whatever doors, but they're doors that you have to go through to get to this section, which I know that made you dizzy. And it's like the pads and the feminine products and razors and things like this. And they're saying that this is crazy and whatever else, and I'm like, boo, this is nothing different. Walmart's been doing the same damn thing since like the very beginning of COVID, and it's not like they put up doors. Some of them have doors, but a lot of them, there's this one special section, which I showed you guys over the last couple of years. We've looked at different areas, whether it's Walmart or it's Target. When we were traveling the country, we saw the Target in Colorado. There's Walmart here where I live. All these different places where they have moved a lot of things to one specific section, and they've put up some sort of barricade around said section, and they'll put a cashier in there because those things are small enough, I think, that a lot of people were stealing them. And it's crazy when you think about the fact that a lot of personal hygiene stuff was being stolen during COVID. They're putting in there the feminine products. That's also where they have now started putting the sex products. We'll put like that, the lubes, the condoms, the toys that are now just out and about willy-nilly for anybody and their child to see. But this Kroger throwing up these doors and saying, once you get in here, in order to leave, you have to purchase these items before you leave. It's not new, but my guess is that whatever city this is in, because they don't say what city it's in, my guess is that whatever city this is in hasn't had this happen to them yet. And now I'm going to assume, and I'm probably correct on this, that it's having more of a blue takeover and what's the word when it goes away? Rescinding? No, that's not right. Nope. Y'all, brain. Whatever. More blue people have moved in, more red people have moved out. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I have to think that maybe that's what has happened here, for them to put up these barricades for you to have to pay for your tampons, your pads, your shaving cream, your razors, your lotions, your face wash, any of that stuff before you can leave. I don't see the men's socks and underwear in there, which for some reason was a huge theft item during the whole COVID era, was men's socks and men's underwear. And so those were under lock and key, literally, at Walmart, at Target, at a bunch of different locations. It's just, you would think we'd be past that now, right? You would think so, but it feels like we don't realize how many areas are still dealing with massive theft and with, what's the right word? With hooligans. Hooligans is the word I want to go with here. It's not thugs, none of that stuff, but hooligans. People who have no basic common sense or decency and do dumb shit inside stores or wherever else, right? Now, another thing I want to mention to you guys, which is, again, an off-topic thing, but kind of sort of on topic, because we're talking about COVID right now and things that have happened during COVID and since COVID. A friend of ours, my husband's and I, he sent my husband a text message. And what it said was, the text message said, Target's still gay. And I was like, all right, this ought to be interesting. What's the picture that's coming up with it? And this is the picture that he sent. Now, I blocked out his name because y'all don't need to know who he is. But this is the picture he sent. It says, get your COVID shot now. Prescriptions no longer required. And get a $10 off $20 Target coupon. Listen. I was like, is that real? Because that's a handwritten note. I'm like, is that real? So I went to Target today just to see, and sure as shit, sugar honey iced tea, it is. They are still bribing you to go get these things done. When you're giving away gift cards or you're giving away something, you know, for free, that's a bribe, honey bunny. So they are still bribing you to go get these things done. Right now, when I walked up to this, it said, get your flu shot. But then I picked this up and it says that, which is different than your flu shot. So then I looked up because it says no prescription no longer required. And I was like, okay, for a second, you needed a prescription. Now it's gone away. So I pulled up all the information to figure out what I could find on, do you need a prescription? Do you not need a prescription? And it was saying that most places don't require one. Your insurance may require you to have a prescription for it, but most locations aren't going to ask you for your insurance or your whatever else. You're just going to give it to you, right? But then I was looking at the age verifications or the age requirements for whatever, and under 6 months is still a no-go. And then from 1 to 4, they want you to have 2 to 3 doses. And then I think it's 5 to 11 is 2 doses or 1 dose. And then 12 to 17 is 1 dose. And 18 to 64 is 1 dose, but 65 and up is 2 or 3 doses, depending on how immunocompromised you are. And I'm like, I feel like that's too many. Like, I don't know, but this is information for anybody out there who wants to go get any of these things done. There is a coupon at Target, CVS at Target, if you're interested. That's on you. I will never, my family will never, but that's just me and us. You make your own decisions for you and yours. Speaking of decisions for you and yours, this is all over the place. This is a smorgasbord of information video today. So I talked to you guys previously about my husband and the skin issues that were going on and the dermatologist and how they prescribed him, which you will see is still in here because we're not taking this shit, the Otezla. It's still sitting there. They prescribed that to him for what they said was psoriasis, which didn't start until he got a yellow fly bite that then got infected. They gave him staph medicine. That made him worse, and I think he had an allergic reaction to it. A whole cluster, right? A whole cluster of shit. So then we're constantly doing our own research, trying to figure out what's going on, what's real, because, you know, unfortunately, I don't fully trust the medical field. I understand they are necessary, and I understand that there are plenty of them out there that are absolutely amazeballs and are saving lives on a daily basis. And I don't think anybody that my husband has dealt with is trying to steer him wrong. I think a lot of people just don't know, because I talked to you guys about, I'm like, why didn't they just say, hey, change the things you're eating, wash your clothes with something different, see if, you know, we just moved into our house in February, things could be blooming that could be causing all this stuff. He could be having an allergic reaction to something around where we live. But the doctors aren't nutritionists, and the doctors aren't told to teach you those things. Aren't taught to tell you those things. Whatever. They are there to push the drugs, the big pharma, right? Whatever. So we decided we're going to say no to big pharma, and we're going to look at natural stuff. So the raw organic honey, the things like that. We are using the beef tallow, which I told you guys about. I actually ordered more of the soap for him and the face It's the beef tallow lard stuff, whatever, beef tallow with the organic honey and beeswax and olive oil and some like essential oils or whatever to put on his skin, because these things have been helping. And then I'm like, all right, so we're gonna stop using the laundry detergent we've been using. And I did research, and there's a bunch of different ones. Like there's 7th generation, there's Tide Free and Clear, there's All. And I went through trying to figure out what would be the best option. I said, we're gonna change absolutely everything, one thing at a time, and see if things start to clear up faster when we change a specific thing, right? Because if you do everything all at once, you have no effing clue what's working, right? So we've already started changing the food, right? How he's eating. There's no alcohol right now or sugar or anything. It's literally just water and black coffee. And he did have orange juice this morning, meh. And we are not using any of the medicated creams and whatnots. We're using the beef tallow and those things. He did put hydrocortisone on a spot or two. That seemed to help a lot. But then today I went and got, while I was at Target, which I wasn't gonna do, but because I was there and because I had looked it up, let's see if I can get this. I looked up which one was the best option, and according to everything I looked at, this has been around the absolute longest, and y'all even in the comments said to try the All Free and Clear. So we're going this route. We're literally doing everything that we can to figure out how to fix this from a natural perspective versus something else, because this is stuff we can keep up with and isn't going to cost an arm and a leg, right? So that's what we're doing. And so I wanted to thank you guys, because a lot of y'all were like, hey, try your laundry detergent. I know you haven't changed anything, but your body changes over time. Even though we haven't changed any things we've used, his body could be changing how it reacts to stuff. I didn't used to be allergic to coconut oil. Now it'll kill me like that. So, you know, little things over time, your body just decides to go wonky haywire. So we're going to try the new laundry detergent. We're using the new lotions. We are changing the foods. All these different things. We'll see what's happening, but things seem to be clearing up. He's still getting like itty bitty, like itchy spots like on him that kind of itch, but nothing like why he went to the dermatologist and the doctor to begin with. So I think what we're doing is working. The antibiotics getting out of his system seems to be working, but this isn't just him that's going to deal with this problem. There's a lot of people out there that are going through weird skin issues or whatever issues that they haven't figured out, which is why I talk to y'all about it, because you just never know. This may help somebody else somewhere out there, especially because of y'all's comments and things too. I'm going to say it wrong. Hakuna honey, the mahuka honey, whatever the honey is y'all talked about, that's something that everybody said to try on the spots itself. So that's the next route. Like there's a lot of things that we're trying. So I wanted to say thank you to y'all for all of that. But okay, hold on, because I have so much stuff. Y'all know how it works over here on ST Talks with the squirrels. Let me pull up where I was. The interesting part of life is that you have to take it day by day. I know that sounds, you know, whatever, like duh, but it literally is a day by day thing. And if you consistently stress about yesterday or you stress about tomorrow, you're kind of going to F up today. So you have to, yesterday is gone, tomorrow isn't here yet, focus on today and do what you can to make today great. And that's what we've been trying to do, right? And I saw this thing. Let me pull up my bookmarks here, y'all. I'm slightly on target on time here with what I was doing. Oh, this is what I saw earlier. Where is it? This is completely off topic because now we're back into the politics of things. But Senator Kennedy, John Kennedy, right? We all love him. He's absolutely great. Out of Louisiana. I love him. My husband was listening to him this morning. I was like, I recognize that voice. I don't know what it says about me that I can recognize certain people's voices. Unfortunately, I recognize Jasmine Crockett's voice. I recognize Kamala's voice, Trump's voice, obviously, Biden's voice, certain voices. But Kennedy's, I knew it was him. And this is his video here that he's talking. I'm not going to play it because it doesn't play very well. But this is talking about the government shutdown, day 3, right? We're on day 3 of the government shutdown. And these are some of the things the Democrats are demanding that we fund. And we've had this conversation before. When Doge was first implemented, when Elon Musk was brought in for the Department of Government Efficiency, and he was supposed to figure out what the hell was going on with the money. So the USAID was cut and all these other things because it turned out money was going to some ridiculous places that did not benefit an American citizen whatsoever, but as your taxpayer money and my taxpayer money that was benefiting everybody else. We had a bunch of issues. We talked about it and it's like, what the crap, right? So now Kennedy's up here, he's talking, and these are some of the things that the Democrats are still demanding that we fund. They're still trying these things. Listen, number one, $3 million for circumcisions and vasectomies in Zambia. Okay. Number two, $833,000 for transgender people in Nepal. The fuck for? And I say that as nicely as humanly possible. Number three, $4.2 million for LGBTQ people in the Western Balkans and Uganda. I guess Uganda and the Western Balkans haven't gotten the memo that the LGB said, get the hell out of here, TQ. You go over there, do your own little weird thing. We're over here being normalish. Y'all go over there and whatever. They didn't get that part yet. Number four, $3.6 million for pastry cooking classes and dance focus groups for male prostitutes in Haiti. Listen, I am all about trying to get people into better employment, into things that might give them a 401k if they want it, some health care if they need it, you know, a respectable job, because prostitution, honey, that ain't it. But you know what we have here in the United States of America? Male prostitutes. You know who we should be giving those cooking classes to and dance focus groups? Like strippers, I don't know. Here in the United States, not in Haiti. I have to assume that maybe a Clinton has their hand in this one when it comes to any of the money that's going to Haiti. Because if you know, you know. Then we have $500,000 for electric buses in Rwanda. $6 million for media organizations for the Palestinians. $300,000 for a pride parade in Lesotho. The hell is Lesotho? Why is a pride parade so expensive? It's a rainbow and naked people running around. At least that's what they do here in like San Diego, San Fran, and whatnot. You don't really need that much money. You need bubbles, some streamers, probably some like icing. I feel like they go around like licking each other. I don't know what's going on, but this is too much money and that doesn't need to happen. And then last but certainly not least in this list, $882,000 for social media and mentorship in Serbia. Again, the fuck for? Like, why is this what we do, Democrat? No, hold on. Why is this what you do, Democrats? Can you explain this to me? Anybody at all whatsoever? Probably not. Probably not. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Hold on. Oh, so then somebody thought they'd get smart. Listen, they get smart and go, well, okay, Grok, provide a list of items the Republicans demanded to be funded. Like, they thought they'd be smart. And Grok said, okay, cool. Based on 2025 budget negotiations, Republicans have pushed for funding in areas like $895 billion for defense, which is base discretionary. That's a lot of money. I'm not going to pretend like $895 billion, that's capital B, is not a lot of money for defense. But I'd rather spend that on defending the United States than teaching male prostitutes how to cook while they twerk on a pole. Not really my area of give a shits. Number two, border security enhancements, including wall construction, compared to some buses for Rwanda, right? Extension of COVID-era tax credits for health plans. Okay, I'm okay with that too. I'm not, so far, not really upset with the Republicans. Increased Veterans Affairs support. Last but not least, law enforcement and anti-crime initiatives. Damn, Republicans, how dare you? How dare you? Like, y'all, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, this one's funny. It says, remember when Democrats voted to fine us if we didn't have health insurance and then gave it to illegal immigrants for free? I think it's cute. It's funny. Anyway, that's all. That's all. We'll do a lot more later. It's almost 20 minutes. I'm trying not to keep you here all day because you know how I can run my mouth for hours. We'll talk again later. I'm going to go into the grocery store now and buy some foods from the outskirts, not the innards. We're staying away from the inner aisles. And then I'm going to go home and I'm going to purge my refrigerator and purge the pantry and literally get rid of anything, probably a large amount of stuff that's in there that does not need to be in there. We have soups with bioengineered ingredients. I know we said not to do it, but you have them on there as a just in case. Well, they've been in my pantry as a just in case for 3 years, and now I'm like, you know what? No, we're going to get rid of them and we'll figure out how to restock with better options as time goes. They're going to be more expensive than when we bought them, obviously, but it is what it is. So that's my plan for the rest of the day, and then I'll probably be here with you guys again later on for a little bit of something. And then obviously tomorrow is Sunday, and I know a lot of people will not be watching Sunday football, but a lot of people will be going to church tomorrow, and I think that that's a pretty good trade-off. Anyway, I love y'all very much, and I will see y'all a little bit later. Okay, goodbye.